Hello, everybody. How are y'all? Well, here we are. This is what are we? March 44th. Happy March 44th, 2020. Yes. Hey, thank you all for sending me your pictures of your cards, and thanks for sending the nice words about the washi egg that my wife, Fairlene's mom, made. Carla,
the lady
over there. She thought those were great too. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed that. We're gonna get back to drawing today. We worked on basic face, basic head, and how important the nose is to let people know where the action is in the drawing, and a little bit on the ears, a little tiny bit on the hair, and a little bit of shading. But today we're going to work on eyes and using a little bit of white. I showed you that in my sketchbook, how a little bit of white goes a long way. Today we're going to show you how a little bit of white on the eyes goes a long way. So if you could get, I like a little bit of tan, but a blue, any kind of colored paper. You don't want it too dark. I mean, you could do it on black, but that's pretty skilled. Okay, but just any kind of colored paper. If you have construction paper, that's what I have. This is Canson paper. One side's rough, one side's smooth. You probably want to use the smooth side. But get your pen. You don't need a pencil today. And if you have a white pen, that's great. I like the gel white pens. They seem to work pretty good. But if not, just a good white pencil will do. Okay, so that's really all we need. Be pretty quick today, and we're going to talk about eyes. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, let me put my GoPro on. Okay, let's start with the very first things that we did in Whack-A-Doodle 1. We did, the very first things is we drew some dots, and we ended up using those dots for eyes. So go ahead and draw a dot. Okay, we're just reviewing, and then maybe draw a long dot. We drew some long dots, just kind of an oval for a dot. And if you remember, another thing we used for eyes was a check mark. Okay. Now we're going to another thing we used was a line. Okay, so the dot, oval, check mark, line. Okay. You know what? I'm going to switch pens. This is not writing thick enough. So we're going to combine some of these so we can start making eyes be a little bit more expressive. I like your color paper, by the way. So draw a line and then put your dot to one side. So this is an eye style where it's a line and a dot. Okay. For those of you whose parents might remember Doonesbury had a lot of this. So a line and then a dot, or a line and a dot. Okay, so if the dot's on this side, it means the eye's looking that way, looking that way, looking that way. Okay, another way you can do it is a dot with a curved line on top. Okay, this is very common. Okay, there's sometimes you'll see it with the curve with the line. Very common. This is from the 50s and 60s. You'll see this in I believe Charlie Brown has eyes like that. Lines with dots, very popular in the 40s, very, very popular. Okay, so let's talk about one other. This style was popular in the 1930s. And there's a circle with just a dot in the middle. And kind of odd. We don't really do that anymore, but it was pretty popular. And then for that to kind of change its vision, you would draw the dot on one side, dot on the other side. I'm sure you've seen when they make goofy faces where they do the eyes like that. Or to make it look down, you put the dot in the bottom, or make it look up, you put the dot up top. And it's a very common way to draw eyes. More from the 1930s. 1920s did a little bit of that too. 1920s did a lot of dots also. So what ended up coming later, this is 1950s, pretty much all the way up until they started making computers, had more computer animation, but a lot of them were long ovals with the pupils like this. Very, very common cartoon eyeballs. Okay, very, very common cartoon eyeballs. And they would do the same thing like they did with these. But you would have the long ovals. If you wanted them to look to the side, you'd kind of, okay. You have 2 long ovals and you put the pupils on the side. It's already looking that way. I mean, you don't even need the nose, it's just already looking that way. Okay, so there's one take that we're gonna add to this. This will help. We're gonna start drawing women pretty soon, and I know I said women aren't difficult, but cartoon women. Women aren't, just cartoon women, girls. Men are easier to draw just because you can make men look kind of rough and tough and it looks okay. So one thing that cartoonists started doing more in the 70s, but they would draw the eyelid already in the eye. Okay, so it was just like these, but they just put the eyelid on there.
It looks like a lady frog.
Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so they would just put the eyelids on. Those eyes aren't the same size, but that's how they would go about drawing the eyes. And now in some, I think, what was that cat's name? The artist was Jim Davis. What was the name of that cat? Garfield. I think Garfield's eyes, or his friend's name was like, I think Garfield's eyes are like that. But yeah, so this was a combination of eyelash and eyeball. Okay, so either one. Oh yeah, it's a good frog.
It's one of those like cheap Austin weird.
Yeah, or hello, or what is it? How are you? Yeah, thank you. You can talk about it. It's okay. So these are the eyeballs we're going to work on today. So let's do a simple pair of eyeballs like these lines. I think I actually use these a lot, especially for characters that aren't real close, that they're kind of far away. I think these can get your point across real good. So let's go ahead and draw our nose pointing this way. You draw, maybe a little bigger, but draw your nose pointing this way. Okay, and then just remember your eyes are just right above your nose. Okay, where your nose comes in. We'll work on that more. So just a line, and then dots on the side. Okay, give him you can give this guy a smile. He can be a nice guy. Okay, remember the tops of your ears are about where your eyes are, bottom of your ears about where your nose is. We'll work on that. We can draw a chin. Okay, remember they don't have to connect. You don't have to make things connect. Okay, just a nice person. Okay, but you see how the eyes are moving now. Before we just placed the eyes over there, but now we've removed the pupils within the eyes. Okay, so a little bit more expression. Let's draw someone looking the other way. We'll draw the nose the other way. Okay, and we'll do the curved eyes like up here. Okay, so one curve, and then draw your dots on the side. Okay.
Or you could just leave it like that and make it a really happy person.
Yeah, they're laughing so hard their eyes aren't even open. Okay, and again, we can just make it a smiley person. Another ear over here on the side. Ears just a backwards C. Okay. All right, same thing. Good, like that. Okay, so by moving the dots on the sides of where the eyelids are, it helps with the gesture of the face. Okay, before we were just moving just the dots or the eyeballs. Now we're just kind of moving the pupils within the eyes, and that helps a lot. Okay, give them some happy eyebrows, and we're good to go. Okay, so just learning, we're going to go with this older style of eyeball. Okay, so but we'll have this one just looking right at you, and I'll tell you a funny or an interesting point about when characters look at you. So let's just give them a simple U nose. Remember, the nose always tells you what's going on. And we'll do 2 eyes, a circle, circle, and just a dot in the middle. Okay, it can be a happy character. Okay, and hey, we had a equipment malfunction. Don't know where we left off. I believe we left. I think the last thing that I talked about was drawing these older style eyes, where it's just circles with dots, and we were making it a happy person too, and just putting the ears on the side. Okay. I think Fairlane just kept going with her.
Mine looks like a complete weirdo. Dad, look at mine.
Yeah, complete weirdo. And okay, so just different style eyes, pretty much the same face, but just different style eyes. Okay, so let's try the more common eye that you see in cartoons. Let's go ahead and have him looking this way. We'll draw over here. Draw the nose looking this way. Okay, and then just kind of a long oval. And then let's put our pupils kind of down and to the right. Okay. Good. Still can be a friendly person. Okay. Put that ear on there. And smile around. Okay. Some friendly eyebrows. Cool. All right. So let's do it again this way. Have them look this way. But then we'll add the more, even more modern eyeballs with the eyelashes and eyelid on there. Okay, so just have them look this way. Long oval. Draw that eyelid. I think sometimes the eyelid in there can kind of make people look a little sleepy. Okay. I'll be honest, sometimes I draw myself those kind of eyelids because I just have my eyes don't open real wide. Some people often think that I'm more tired than I am. I don't feel really tired much at all, but I often get asked if I'm tired. I think some of it's because my eyes tend to just kind of be droopy eyes. Okay. Okay. So we did these different eyes. Okay, hope you liked them. Hey, I know one thing that I got interrupted when I was drawing this face. My ears got off. I got it all thrown off when our camera messed up here. Hey, if you want to have, one of the tricks the old masters, painters used to do is if you want to have something look like, if you want a painting or an image, no matter where you're at in the room, make it, you feel like they're looking at you. And we haven't gotten there, we're getting there. But you want to, if you draw the character looking straight out, it always looks like they're kind of looking at you. Okay, this guy's clearly not looking at us. These aren't. No matter where you stand, kind of looks like they're looking at you. Okay, okay. So let's add our white. To me, this is kind of exciting. Okay, let's add our white. So just a little bit of. I like white pens. Jelly rolls work good. So just add white to the white of the eyes. Okay, it's that contrast that really sticks out. And this is why you need colored paper. Okay?
Because white will not work on white.
Yeah. See, look, I mean, that just really jumps off the page. That was really good. That blue looks great.
This weird dude is not going to have normal eyes.
Okay? And you just color in the white. All right? It really goes a long way. I like this white pen. I think that's not my favorite white pen. Let's do this one. Okay. Oops. Okay, so you can really see how, like, look at that. It's amazing with a little bit of white on there. Just a little bit goes a long, long way. So one other trick that people do is sometimes, like on these characters, where they don't really have a whole bunch of the white of the eye, they'll put just a little bit of white on the pupils. Okay, just a little bit of white. It just shows the reflection. Okay, I'll do one here too so you can see it. Okay, you see that a lot. Disney used to do a lot of that. But so there we go. So just some simple eyes. Okay, you pick the one that you like. I tend to like these two the best. There's definitely more types of eyes, but on your drawings from now on, start putting your eyes in. Start maybe drawing on colored paper, okay? And put the whites in your eyes, and you'll really see a lot more vibrancy and a lot more interesting faces being made that way. All right, well, thank you. We will see you tomorrow. I think we're gonna do a little bit of ears and a little bit more hair tomorrow, and start placing where we place the different parts of the face on the head and how that works. Y'all have a great night. Hope to see you at the pool soon. Bye-bye.